Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Sayyida Fahmina from Ahmad bin Majid Private School. This video is about topic 11 alcohol, objective B2, 3 and 4. Recall the chemistry of alcohols in the following reaction: combustion, substitution to give halogenoalkane, and dehydration to alkenes. At the end of this video, learners should be able to recall the following reaction with examples: combustion, substitution to give halogenoalkane, dehydration to alkenes. Learn some important terminologies. Study the conditions necessary to proceed the above reactions. Combustion, burning. Combustion reaction of alcohol. Alcohols are flammable substances. They burn in air because of the presence of a hydrocarbon chain. They burn to produce carbon dioxide and water like other hydrocarbons. This property allows alcohol to be used as a fuel. The balanced equation for the combustion reaction for the first four straight chain alcohols are given below. First member: methanol, ethanol, propanol and butanol. When these four alcohols burn in the presence of oxygen, produce same product, carbon dioxide and water. For example, CH3OH, 2 moles of CH3OH bonds with 3 moles of oxygen, produce 2 moles of carbon dioxide and 4 moles of water. You can see in case of ethanol, propanol and butanol, all these equations are balanced. So the complete combustion where the oxygen supply is more, the product is carbon dioxide and water. But if the combustion is incomplete, so instead of carbon dioxide, we will get carbon monoxide or carbon soot along with water. Reaction 2, substitution to give halogenoalkane. Substitution means changing position. Reactions in which the OH group in an alcohol is replaced by halogens. So this OH group is replaced by halogens. X means halides. Can be chloride, bromide, iodide. This reaction is also called nucleophilic substitution, as halide ions are negative. So any negative species or nucleophile that has negative charge, lone pair of electrons, and they are rich in electrons, we call this nucleophile. So nucleophile, so here halide ion act as a nucleophile, replace the OH and they will produce halogenoalkane. So here we can use different types of sources to get halide ions. For example, here for chlorine we are using HCl. For bromine we are using HBr, hydrogen bromide. Reaction with hydrogen chloride. This reaction happen in the presence of catalyst zinc chloride. Tertiary alcohols reacts more readily with concentrated hydrochloric acid than primary or secondary due to weak bond, and they will produce halogenoalkane. For example, here our tertiary alcohol is 2-methyl propane 2-ol, and we are getting 2-chloro-2-methyl propane as an example of halogenoalkane. Replacing OH by bromine. Here, unlike hydrochloric acid, we have to do this reaction in C2. In C2 means rather than using hydrobromic acid directly, usually reacts alcohol with a mixture of sodium or potassium bromide and a concentrated sulfuric acid. This produces hydrogen bromide, which reacts with the alcohol. The mixture is warmed to distill off the bromoalkane. So here ethanol reacts with hydrogen bromide, producing bromoethane and water. Replacing OH by iodine, similar way like hydrogen bromide, we can also prepare hydrogen iodide in C2, but instead of sulfuric acid here, we will use phosphoric acid. What is the reason? Phosphoric acid is used because sulfuric acid oxidizes iodide ions to iodine and produces hardly any hydrogen iodide. So if we will not get any hydrogen iodide, so how we will make halogenoalkane? So in this case, ethanol react with hydrogen iodide in C2 and produce iodoethane and water. So we will use potassium or sodium iodide and concentrated phosphoric acid. We can also use other reagents that can easily give us halide ions. We can use PCl3 or PCl5. So organic products are always same, but the side products are always different. For example, when we will react propanol with phosphorus trichloride, we will get 1-chloropropane and phosphorus acid. But if the same reactant react with phosphorus pentachloride, we will get the same organic product 1-chloropropane, but here the side product is changed, that is trichloro phosphorus oxide or phosphorus trichloro oxide. This reaction is difficult as there are also side reaction involving the POCl3 reacting with the alcohol. Other reactions involving phosphorus halide. Instead of chloride, we can also use bromide and iodides. So instead of chloroalkane, here we can get bromoalkane and iodoalkane. But the side product in case of PCl3, PBr3 and PRI3 is same, that is phosphorus acid. We can also use another reagent, thionyl chloride, sulfur dichlorooxide. Traditionally, the formula is written as shown, despite the fact that the modern name writes the chlorine before the oxygen, so alphabetical order. The sulfur dichlorooxide reacts with alcohol at room temperature to produce a chloroalkane. Sulfur dioxide and hydrogen chloride are given off. Care would have to be taken because both of these are poisonous. Why this reaction is useful? The big advantage that this reaction has over the use of either of the phosphorus chlorides is that the two other products of the reaction, sulfur dioxide and hydrochloric acid, are both gases. That means that they separate themselves from the reaction mixture and we can easily get halogenoalkane. The last reaction of alcohols, the dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration, removal. Hydration means water, so removal of water from alcohol molecules. Dehydration of alcohols can be done by using aluminum oxide or an acid catalyst. So here first, dehydration of alcohols using aluminum oxide as a catalyst. The dehydration of ethanol to give ethene. This is a simple way of making gaseous alkene like ethene. If ethanol vapor is passed over heated aluminum oxide powder, the ethanol is essentially cracked to give ethene and water vapor. Ethanol in the presence of aluminum oxide produce ethene and water. So OH removed from the bearing carbon and the H removed from the neighboring carbon, and in between we will write what? Double bond. So after removal of water from alcohols, we will always get alkene. So here ethanol gives ethene. Another method, by using the acid catalyst, normally we are using phosphoric acid. So ethanol is heated with an excess of concentrated sulfuric acid at a temperature of 170 degrees Celsius. The gases produced are passed through sodium hydroxide solution to remove the carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide from side reaction. So we can use sulfuric acid as well as we can use phosphoric acid. Ethanol, after removing water, it gives ethene. So what is the method? OH will always remove and the H remove from the next neighbor that is directly connected to this carbon. More complicated alcohols, how they will dehydrate. If you have non-equivalent means butane 2-ol is a good example of this. Here if you will see, this is your OH bearing carbon where the OH is attached, and on your left hand side you have methyl group and your right hand side is ethyl group. It means one carbon and two carbons. So this situation is called non-equivalent. So in case of non-equivalent, always remember we will get two types of alkene, because if you will see here, you will remove OH from here and H from here. In this case we will get butanene, and if you will remove the H from the right neighbor, so we will get butene. And remember that butene alkenes can form cis and trans isomers. So butene can be isomerized further to cis and trans. Cis butene and trans butene. So if you will see this type of situation, so you can get the isomers also. Good luck. Thank you.